What's good? SK74 gang. Alrighty. So today's video, this video, the gangster story of KTS Dre, founder of KTS and biggest enemy of NLMB. Alright, so I want to make one comment. These are me reviewing other folks' videos, you feel me? For me to learn better knowledge of who I'm watching and listening to. You know what I'm saying? This not no, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, I don't like to do all that talking. Let's get to it.
KTS Dre from Cook County Jail took a tragic turn when he was shot moments later, along with two women. The shocking incident has sent ripples of concern about violence and safety, making headlines globally from all over the states to Europe, Asia, and Africa, having a worldwide impact. So who was KTS Dre in reality? And what was the reason to do him like that, firing 64 rounds in front of the Cook County Jail following his release?
Not Grand Theft Auto, boy.
Born on April 6th, Londra Sylvester, popularly known as Cutthroat Draco or simply KTS Dre, grew up on Chicago's East Side, raised on 79th at Marquette Avenue, the Lakeside GD's territory, later also known as Lolo World or Pasto Gang, name which was chosen as a form of respect after members' passing. Dre jumped off the porch and was in the streets from a very young age, which he later adapted and was basically his playground. In his early years, he already earned a reputation as a street fighter who always stood his ground. Before the entire area was turned into a battlefield, the whole East Side would hang in the Pocket Town and Lakeside. Dre had an older brother named Earl, and beside that, he also had younger brothers Vinny, KJ, and KTS Vaughn, who was known stepper and a rapper. Beginning with Earl, later Dre and his younger brothers eventually following the same footsteps joining the gang. But Dre not only had 4 brothers but 2 sisters as well. Dre, who is also related to Zico, his cousin. Real name Isaiah Walker, originally from Pocket Town, but later moved out and became a respected and well-known member of 051 Young Money. While his 3 younger brothers had a different father, Vincent Davis Sr., also known as Big Vinny, who was an OG around the East Side from E-Block Crazy, a set of conservative vice lords. Dre had different father, also known as Shy City Jeff. In spite of this, Big Vinny was close with Dre and treated him like his own. Family was Dre's first priority. He was close to all of his siblings and never let them down because they meant the world to him. As he hopped off the porch, he started hanging around big dogs like Lil Les, who is also allegedly responsible for a murder of Jarvis Smith, after whom the Jarrow City set was later named in his honor. Lil Les later arrested in 2007 on 2 charges of aggravated battery with a firearm in the Woodlawn neighborhood. Based on manipulated and fabricated testimony, Lester still fights for his innocence, similar to his brother Rico Clark, who in March 2007, just 1 week after his daughter's birth, was falsely convicted of Damian Kendrick's murder by the same detectives, Brian Forberg and Kevin Eberly. Both detectives are known for twisting witness accounts, making up testimony, and tampering with evidence. Their actions led to the wrongful conviction of 19 people, mainly men of color. This trend has been documented in numerous civil litigations and ongoing appeals. KTS Dre was deep in the streets and had a long criminal history. On May 20th, when he was 18, he was arrested for the first time. For minor charges at first, but eventually things got worse and worse. Began with gambling, later to trespassing, then mob action, battery and selling drugs, and many others. In October 2012, the viral McDonald's incident happened.
So this is a question, everybody wanted me to ask. It's the situation at McDonald's.
In McDonald's.
The McDonald's incident.
In McDonald's. In McDonald's.
Dre and his brother Vaughn and a few other KTS members would catch a No Limit member named Cairo at McDonald's. The other No Limit members went to the back hiding behind counters, leaving Cairo at the mercy of Dre. Dre and Vaughn, they corner Cairo, telling him to say "fuck rock," but he refused. Dre wasn't taking no for an answer. He punched Cairo so hard, split his lip wide open, and almost broke his jaw. The viral moment that haunts Cairo till this day could have ended up worse though. Before entering McDonald's, one of their members said, "Get 'em outside, I'ma pop them," from a punch to a multiple murders. Fortunately, this didn't happen.
Blast him, get him outside, then I'm gonna pop. You got that on you? Yeah, blast him, get him outside, then I'm gonna pop.
After leaving McDonald's, allegedly Cairo, Kobe, and Moody from No Limit left to get guns, returned and started shooting at KTS. Pasto, a KTS member, got hit in the arm. They all rolled back to their turf, but his brother Vaughn? He just laughed like nothing happened. Afterwards, KTS members would make fun of the incidents and clown NLMB. A week later after this incident, compared to Dre's previous charges, this one would be more serious, and that would be first-degree murder. On October 29th, around 10:30, a week after the McDonald's incident, father of four Carlos Alexander, who is also known as Big Loss from NLMB, was walking from the store to his home when two males approached and opened fire. Big Loss ran to his house's door. He was struck once in his right shoulder and once in his hand. Unfortunately, he did not survive his injuries after being later transported to Northwestern Memorial Hospital. At 11:15 a.m., he was pronounced dead. 7 months later, KTS Dre was eventually arrested for the murder of Big Loss. He was considered one of the shooters, but later one of the witnesses claimed that Dre had circled the block multiple times and mentioned that he's known as one of the shooters from Lakeside. So Dre had things going on even before just never got caught. The witness concluded by stating that he believes Dre dropped off two men to kill Big Loss, and that Dre is a younger member of the Lakeside gang engaged in a gang war. After looking through a photo array, the witness identified the driver as Londra Sylvester, aka KTS Dre. Due to a lack of evidence, he was able to beat these charges. After some time, police identified one of the shooters, also known as Mac Main from Lakeside, who was also found guilty of killing Rock and Alamo from No Limit, after watching video footage of the incident. On July 18, 2016, Adonis Johnson would turn himself in for the murder. He said, "I want to give the family peace," adding that he is a Christian and wants to tell the truth. "I wasn't accompanied by anyone. I did this by myself." He also said he didn't know Big Loss and that it was a case of mistaken identity. But unfortunately, he was shot and killed months later on November 29, 2016. Some say that he simply took the blame for someone else, and others say that he just kept it real and didn't snitch when he said he did it by himself. Let me know what y'all think, but let's get back to Dre. Cause 2012 was actually the year when KTS Dre was about to start his music career, but since he was too busy in the streets, putting pressure on his ops and making money by slanging and stealing, there was never time to actually drop any song.
We don't know what it's called, we don't know what we gonna do with it, we know it's dropping, nigga. And we finna, hey, matter of fact, I got a mixtape coming out, folk, called 2T Killer, folk, called No Love for the Hooks. Volume 1, y'all check me out on that shit. We finna, you feel me, start doing that, get like y'all, like Lil Herb.
It was similar to KTS Vaughn when Dre said almost the same thing about him. He was too busy in the streets to pursue his music career. He even yapped with big name rapper like Future and had Lil function going on. This could have been the sign to actually pick up the mic, make the music, and chase that bag. However, it all turned out differently.
Out here in this shit, man. Cut though, gang shit, Future. East side shit, man. Real nigga shit. Lil' bro, them in this shit, man. Cut those. Send this shit, man.
Draco was really active in these streets, cause this was actually the same year when he faced a life-changing moment when someone tried to kill him, and bullets hitting his head on 7800 block around 5 p.m. He was immediately taken to Oak Lawn Medical Center, but even a bullet in the head couldn't stop someone like Dre, and he luckily survived. So
That shit is ridiculous. How the fuck do you survive some of these shots? Like, you taking headshots. These ain't no motherfucking toy guns. These motherfuckers is taking headshots. God damn. I mean, like, never mind. That's fucked up.
So if you wonder why he got that big bump on his nose and that lazy eye, that's why.
Hey, look, y'all be making all them jokes, bro. Look at me, though, like in real life, bro. Snag a tooth, right? I got a missing tooth, and I got shot in my head. Left eye be loose as hell. Look at me, though. On cut those guns.
KTS, which stands for Kill to Survive, was once an alliance between different hoods around the area from Pockettown to Lakeside and E-Block, but after some time they became their own thing. KTS Dre was high-ranked member, and reportedly by some sources he was also one of the founders of the Cutthroat Gang. Just like his little brother KTS Vinny was stated also as one of the founders. The gang has a history of conflicts with numerous gangs, including ABK, Gotti World, Paxtown, Evans Mob, then Drill City, 800, and GMBE. However, the main enemies NLMB and Sircon City. In 2014, his younger brother Vincent Davis Jr., also known as KTS Vinny, was found guilty for a firearm and aggravated battery, resulting in a 15-year sentence. For Dre, however, the next 2 years would be even worse. On June 23, 2015, his brother KTS Vaughn, at the age of just 21, was shot more than 25 times and pronounced dead on the scene. Dre can be seen with his brother in music videos for songs like No Love, Street Life, and Kill to Survive. This loss would be hard to accept and make the war even worse.
When Devon got killed, bro, that's when shit turned up. Like, I don't see how niggas be saying, like, niggas be I be hearing a lot of niggas say, look, I hear a lot of niggas say this KCS shit died when Vaughn, woo, woo. Y'all ass must not been around, because that's when shit got turned the fuck up.
That's how we feel.
Shit got turned up around that time on my homie. What no fucking what?
On October 29, 2015, not even 2 months after his brother passed, officers pursued a car with a revoked license plate in a chase that ended with a foot chase after Levon Harper, the driver, and KTS Dre, the passenger, took off running. Officer Jonas got hurt when Dre resisted arrest and a taser had to be used. Both of them was arrested. The other officer found 2 guns in the car, a Smith & Wesson with a tampered serial number and a Colt 45. KTS Dre would end up being locked up for 3 years. But even behind bars, Dre didn't hold back repping his gang and pressing people, asking them if they from no limbs and often fight. But here it gets crazy, cause next year his stepfather Big Vinny would also die. About 4:30 p.m., 43 years old Vincent Davis Sr. was sitting in a vehicle with a 22-year-old woman when Murray approached and opened fire. Big Vinny was pronounced dead at the scene in the 6600 block of South Michigan Avenue. Devontae Murray, also known as KTS Rasta, was arrested 2 weeks after the shooting and pleaded guilty for murder and attempted murder in the attack. Devontae Murray, who was also part of EBC, blamed Big Vinny for the murder of his brother and wanted to retaliate and murder Vincent Davis, aka Big Vinny. His life been really a wild ride, first losing his cousin Zico in 2008, a close friend Pasto in 2013, then 2 years later his brother Vaughn and stepfather a year after. It's like life threw everything at him. It makes sense why he became so reckless. But after all, in this street life, there's no one winning.
Shit, you lose a lot at once. You become reckless as fuck. You don't care about what you think you do. It's just an instinct. It's no longer thinking, it's instinct.
One day you're on top and the next you're taking your biggest L's. It's like a wild game with no rules. Highs and lows on repeat. But 3 years later, he got finally out of county jail. He then later posted stories on Instagram walking through his ops hood trying to catch some of his ops.
ABK block, ABK block, ABK block, man, big Cutthroat, man. They heard about us today was Cutthroat killer. KTSK and shit, man. I'm big fucking ABKK, man. Nah, and I don't care who I am. I don't give no fuck who watching me. Everybody know who the fuck I am. Ain't nobody stupid over here. I see him, I know him, man. That's a fucking goofy. That's a goofy, baby, I know him.
Just like he would give a hell on the streets, he had the same energy on the internet. Countless times he talked to his ops on Instagram Live and exposing them and dissing them. He had personal beef with many people like 600 Breezy or Boss Top for disrespecting his deceased homie Pasto, and many other folks like Zay Savage, Lil Wet, or Mad Max for snitching, and the list just go and go. He also made fun of the death of Willie from NLMB when other Lakeside and KTS members with Dre posted a story with his picture laying on the floor in a pool of blood. Dre later also talked about the situation in jail, about how his ops clicking up and that the city is too fanned out in one of the interviews. On August 14, 2019, Kenneth Summers, who goes by Magic from NLMB, went out to Light Club downtown along with 2 of his friends. The club closed after a while, but they still wanted to party, so they decided to go to the local bar. At first, everything went smoothly. But when they got back to the car after a long night, that's when he realized his keys was gone. So they started checking near the vehicle. One of them looked under the vehicle, and that's when 2 cars drove by and opened fire at them from the driver's side. His friends survived their gunshot wounds and did not suffer any serious injuries, but Magic wouldn't have the same outcome. Kenneth Summers, also known as Magic, was struck in the head and fell to the ground. Around 4 a.m. on the 7800 block of South Essex Avenue, he died right on the scene, just at the age of 26. This murder was later connected to KTS Dre 2 years later. He was also seen having sex in the same vehicle that was used on the hit. But since he passed away in 2021, he was never charged with the murder. On December 19, 2019, 4 months after the hit, KTS Dre eventually dropped his first song, NLMB Part 2, with his homie KTS Rio, where he would rap about the murder and also spit in some bars towards G Herbo and Lil Bibby. Sadly, he never dropped the other songs he had recorded, save from this one. But you can find some of the songs on this YouTube channel. But as he was active, it wouldn't take too long to get himself back in jail. So on April 27, 2020, acting on a tip about an armed individual at the gas station in a white Jaguar at 8300 South Halsted Street, officers found KTS Dre with a firearm on his lap in the running vehicle at 8 p.m. Dre crashed into a police car after trying to escape, and still after verbal commands, he didn't go the easy way, so they tried to get him out of vehicle, which took 8 police officers to get him finally out. He would end up with a bloody nose and been arrested. A loaded Glock 19 was recovered. On January 28th,
the question is, how the fuck they know? Who the fuck told them? I mean, I really want to know.
2021, Gregory Jackson, also known as Lil Greg from NLMB, was reportedly spotted by Pocketown member Free Band Bobo while sitting in the chair at Barbershop Studio 19 on State Avenue getting a haircut. It wouldn't take too long when a Volvo pulled up and another masked up male walked up into the barbershop, went to a bathroom for a couple of minutes, and later walked to Lil Greg and shooting him right into the head. And while Lil Greg was not a shooter, he had a reputation for getting money. He was a close friend with G Herbo N, often called themselves Twin, and also been a role model for shorties from the block. On February 2, 2021, just a few days later, Christopher Mosley, a member from Pocketown GDs who also go by CK, was arrested when he was found with a gun during a traffic stop in the same car that was used on the hit, and with the same gun that killed Lil Greg. The gun was, according to CK, bought from soldiers, so it wasn't clear if he really killed Lil Greg, but he would face gun charges. However, on July 27, 2022, the charges was dropped. Back when Lil Greg passed away, KTS Dre was already on house arrest with limited time outside. He posted on Instagram that they not responsible for the hit, but some believe he was the one who gave the green light. But again, this is just a rumor. Later, he went live and dissed him multiple times, referring to the barbershop.
I need to see the barber, nigga. That's what I need. I need to see my barber. I got my shit looking fucked up.
You at?
You can't even get a haircut in peace.
Oh, ass scary as hell.
Go get a
know you
haircut.
scary.
Go get a haircut. Hey, look, when last time you been to the barber shop? You need to look like you need a haircut.
No, I don't need no haircut, yeah. I'm good. You guys want me to show my? I'm good.
I bet you niggas ain't. I bet you would never have to go to another barber shop again in your life.
Stop that. Where y'all at? We go to Margarita though every day.
PTSD.
But even the house arrest wouldn't keep Dre out of trouble, and as soon as the police found out about his activities, he was sent back to jail. And that leads us to July 10th, 2021, when KTS Dre got finally released and walked out of Cook County Jail on bail while wearing an ankle monitor. But what seemed like a good day at first was actually a disaster. Right after he got out, a black Infiniti and a white BMW pulled up, and 2 fully masked up males hopped out of each vehicle and opened fire at all 3 individuals, letting off 64 shots. One witness heard one of the shooters say, let's go," while the other was still firing shots. KTS Dre is shot over 30 times along with 2 women. Both of the shooters hopped back in the vehicles and takes off, both cars in different directions. The 2 females who were also shot were taken to Stroger Hospital and luckily survived. But that
They was waiting on him. They know his time, date. All like, the only thing is, Who dropped the dab? Somebody at the mouth. Hey, man, go make that mark. That's fucked up. He just getting out that bitch. He had what? An hour out. Sound like. And then already got him.
That wouldn't be the case for King Cutthroat, aka Dre. At 9:25 p.m., KTS Dre was pronounced dead at Mount Sinai Hospital at age 31, and it only goes to show how much of a threat he had to be. To pull off all of this, that someone would risk it killing him right in front of the jail and let off 64 shots. Where are cameras everywhere and police cruising around and taking people in and out of jail? Like they really made sure he's not coming back. And we can say that Dre really had the blueprint of how to move in the streets. Cause in this way of life, you're lucky if you turn 15, especially if you're so big target. One thing is also that it looks like Dre was ready for this moment to come, since even before he was live on Instagram and folks always warned him to leave the town and that they're coming for him, and he just say they wish they did.
Bro, you need to leave the city, unless they gonna get you. What? I don't know nothing about that. All that I'm gonna get you sucker shit, I don't know nothing about that. Sooner or later. Sooner then, nigga. Sooner than later, y'all. I'm tired of this shit. Come take me out this shit, cause I can't take it no more. Sooner than later then, you bitch ass niggas. Y'all be pissing me off with that shit. Y'all been threatening me for 20 years, fuck. It's y'all bitch ass on. They gonna stand over you. I can't wait till they do it.
Dre was a highly respected.
It's like he was asking for it. Like, I mean, I get he was going back and forth. But to some niggas, that sound like you just really asking for it. That's fucked up, though. Like, they took the time and day to get this nigga in front of a police station. Who the fuck?
And feared member who always made sure his homies good and that they eat good and everything. He was really a definition of a gangster, and a lot of people gave him credits for that.
But he was in the streets for real, though. I give him that. He was in the streets. He was definitely in the streets.
He was a motherfucker who was known in the streets, you know, before you. I didn't even know he rapped, to be honest with you. Every time he was just kind of rapping, I'm like, nigga, when? The fuck song he made? The fuck song he made? Like, he was just known in the streets, you know, he was one of the motherfuckers who was pretty active.
Yeah, Dre, we was cool. I respected Dre Gangster. I respected Dre.
And more than anything, a beloved son and brother, and most importantly, a loving father. When his sister India spoke about his death later, she claimed that he had been backdoored, and also released the song Letter to Londre in memory of her brother. There's no doubt that this attack was planned, since they knew exactly at what hour and which day, and there are two versions how. The first version is that someone in the jail saw him getting him out after going through the hall, so they made that phone call. Since it takes over an hour before your release is processed, this gave enough time to prepare all this. And now the other version. According to a few people before his family paid the bail, Dre asked some of the inmates if they could borrow him bail money, or if they know someone. This would provide enough information to the wrong person to plan the entire attack, or someone who just overheard the convo. The investigation is still ongoing, so there's not much information about how it really was. A lot of people put blame on NLMB for the hit, being get back for Lil Greg. But it gets crazier, because the two women shot were supposedly to be his mother and sister, but some say it was his mom and fiancé. The fact that his loved ones who had nothing to do with that type of life had to witness it, and almost losing their own. And then his mother posting on Facebook that she can't even give him a proper funeral, not cause of money but cause of the people. As it's common in Chicago, his ops immediately began to mock his death, especially Cairo, who also for the first time went to McDonald's after the incident. But the truth is that nobody truly wins in this situation, and all of this do nothing but destroy the community, but especially the families.
It seemed like they both was reckless. Fine and Dre. But they was real bold how they pulled the fuck up to a police station to blow a nigga shit. I'm just saying, like, I know niggas is bold. I know niggas don't give a fuck. I know motherfuckers got mindsets that it don't make a difference. But damn, like, you pulled up to the police station and let out 64 shots, if not more. Ain't no telling if it was other motherfucking weapons involved or not sometimes in these stories, so you never know. But it's just fucked up that you pulled up to a police station. It wasn't no motherfucking random street or some other shit. I don't know. Like I always say, shit. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.